Good morning, we're back. Hope you had a great Easter weekend. It's Monday, April the 5th. You're with Heidi and Colette on First Local, the Sue's only morning show. Welcome, everybody. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Yeah.
Good. It's like we haven't talked since the camera started rolling. Heidi was my ride this morning.
That's right.
But it wasn't a red car, but we'll get to that later, right? We have made a decision.
Yes.
You have a funny Easter story. I said, how was your Easter? And you're like, well, it was good, but, you know.
I don't know if it's funny. It's, kind of one part brilliant or equal parts bad mom. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I did finish the preparations, the preparatory work for Easter morning, Easter Sunday, but, arguably left it to the last minute because that's just how I roll. So I go to Walmart, and this was probably, I'm gonna own that. It was Saturday night, and I needed, the fuzzy stuff. I needed a basket, and I needed those like little eggs that go together that you can put the treats in.
Essential.
The Easter Bunny hides them around them. They run around and they're like, burr, burr.
I laid a plastic egg.
Well, they didn't have the fuzz, they didn't have the baskets, and they didn't have the eggs. So, I went to my 6-year-old and I told her that, I forgot to tell you, in the newsroom last week, the Easter Bunny had issued a statement saying that he was discontinuing the use of the plastic eggs because they were bad for the environment. And she looked at me and she said, well, I'm pretty sure my friends are getting those eggs. And I said, well, your friends' parents maybe don't work in a newsroom and don't have access to that information in the immediate sense. So,
I love it. Which started a conversation about, when you forget to put the money under the pillow for the tooth fairy. Sometimes we have mom issues sometimes, but I thought that was a great recovery.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of recovery, we have a lot of news today with regards to COVID-19. Clearly, it was our first weekend back in lockdown. And Easter wasn't probably the same for many who are watching, or anybody in Ontario for that matter.
Yep.
But why don't you update everybody on the COVID numbers throughout the Soo and Algoma region?
Okay, so I could have delivered this in 3 painful stories. I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off all at once. I've done the math. We have 7 cases to report over the weekend. So we'll start with testing that was conducted on April 1st, which links in with a class at St. Mary's. So one person has been confirmed as testing positive for COVID-19, correspondingly and in consultation with Algoma Public Health. They have the classes have been suspended. So that's one. And that person is said to be self-isolating, so that's case 235. Then, at the Algoma Treatment and Remand Center, we have 3 new cases reported, and this was April 3rd. So this has to do, they're asking for people if you worked or were on the facility on March 29th from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., March 30th from 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., March 31st from 6:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., or April 1st from 2:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. If you fall into any of those categories, you are advised to get tested for COVID-19 immediately, even if your tests come back negative, and even if you are not identified by Algoma Public Health as a high risk. You must continue to monitor your symptoms for at least 14 days since your last exposure date. Stay home as much as possible, except for essential reasons. Indoor gatherings of any size are prohibited during this shutdown, except for people you live with in your own household. So case 236 with cause of exposure unknown. 237, 238 cause of exposure close contact.
You got a heavy load over there, sister.
Yeah. And then 3 final cases identified at Pino's and the Senior Center. So this would be Pino's grocery store, of course, on Trunk Road, and the Senior Center on Bay Street. So if you were at Pino's grocery store on Trunk Road on March 29th, 30th, 31st, and April 1st between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., or at the Senior Center on those dates, March 29th, March 30th, March 31st, and April 1st from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., You are asked to self-monitor for signs and symptoms of COVID-19 for 14 days from potential exposure. Self-isolate immediately if symptoms do occur, and seek testing if the symptoms do occur. So for all of these, through contact tracing, Algoma Public Health will contact you if you are identified as being a close contact. If you are not contacted, then presumably you are not considered to have been exposed to these particular cases. Just stay home, okay? Like, just stay home.
Yeah, it's getting...
Nobody's happy about this lockdown.
No.
So let's make it the last one. And let's give the vaccination, for those of you who are going to take advantage of it, an opportunity to help us change the trajectory, because, you know, if you're watching what's happening in Sudbury, we have a reason to be concerned.
Yep.
So let's do what we need to keep each other safe. Over to you.
Oh, thank you. So yes, so Sudbury is not looking great these days. I will say that their public health system puts out quite an in-depth study as to what the region is going through there. So I encourage you to actually go into the public health Sudbury districts. I know people are concerned. Sudbury is one of the major cities closest to the Sault. So if you go there, that it has a lot of breakdown. I won't get into it a lot, but basically it's pretty much one-on-one. How are they explaining it in testing in Sudbury? The residents of Sudbury, you told me this morning. I can't remember what you said.
No, that was the rate at which people are not recovering.
Okay. So the data is updated Monday to Friday by 4 o'clock on each day, and it actually breaks it down into where the breakouts are. The section is highlighted, so they've got reports of an apartment building, an old age, a senior home, several areas. And I'm going to go through this and try to update it a little bit better, but please go on to the public health unit on Sudbury if you need more information there. But Sudbury is definitely a hot spot right now, so please be careful. Don't go to Costco.
You know, and having said all of this, you know, panic is not indicated. There's a lot of information out there for you to access.
Yeah.
So the best way to manage panic is to supply yourself with information, because otherwise, you know, our brains are very sophisticated. They will supply what we don't have, and that's not always going to be factual or helpful.
I think we've got time for 2 quick stories before we find out Craigers and thank him for that beautiful weekend.
So with regards to the most recent shutdown, we have some essential workers who are concerned that it's not going to help them. They do feel that although it's being imposed on all of Ontario, that it's not really going to do much to protect them, simply because there are some other non-essential businesses that are being permitted to open, albeit with tighter capacity limits.
Right.
And as well, schools. Again, the decision to keep the schools open.
Yeah.
And I did read some information over the weekend, you know, and those kind of decisions are being driven by, you know, measuring the effects of you know, mental health for the children. So keeping it as normal as possible. And I have to say, I'm pleased with how my schools have been handling it. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
So again, you know, we need those frontline workers, and we're doing all that we can to protect everybody. And there are those concerns that this shutdown isn't going to do much to protect them specifically.
Okay. Well, Dan Gray was at it again this weekend. He not only got to celebrate Easter, but he got to hit another fire at approximately 6:10. Sault Fire Services responded to reports of a fire on 3rd Line East. You'll see the images that Mike's putting up there, courtesy of Dan. Takes amazing pictures.
Great
Thanks, Dan.
pictures. Wow.
Upon arriving the 1300 block, they encountered a fire in the backyard of a residence. It did appear to not have spread to any of the buildings. What a beautiful picture, Dan. Firefighters fought the blaze for approximately 45 minutes before declaring it out. The tanker, along with pumpers 2, 3, and 4, and the platoon chief were all on scene. So it was full speed ahead. There was no indication as to damage or cause at the time of publishing, but fire services in the Sault do a great job to update us after incidents occur. And Dan gets those personally sent to him, and we update to the website, SaultOnline.com. Before we go over to Craig, we want to remind you to like, follow, share, all those cool things on Facebook. Go to YouTube, on TV. You can watch Heidi and I on demand. Hello, I want some Colette and Heidi on demand today. Now let's go over to Craigers, and what the heck, Craiger? That was a beautiful weekend. Tell me we have more days like that ahead.
Wasn't that just like picture perfect for Easter. We had lots of sun, warm temperatures. We're going to keep the warm temperatures at least, but we are going to see some clouds and some showers roll into the forecast later on this week. We'll take a look outside and show you exactly what we look like right now. We have the sun trying to come out. I saw the sun on the way into work, so I know it's there. But the clouds are rolling in, and we could see a shower or two over the next 3 or 4 hours, but nothing too heavy. I will give you all that detail coming up.
Oh, well, there's a brick wall. What are you trying to say? Is that another brick in the wall?
Just another brick in the wall. Okay. Welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi. Today's date is Monday, April 5th. Got the heavy stuff done.
Yes.
So let's move into
Shake it off.
social
Shake off
media.
the stuff.
Sure.
Sorry that we have to do that to you, but we
Sure.
want to bring you the news most up to date, right?
So Steve pops up
Hello,
with
Steven.
my acronym king, GMAHAGW.
Oh.
I don't even have to think about that.
Just
Good morning,
good.
all. Have a great week. Maybe a good week, but I'm going to go with a
we'll
great
go
week.
with great.
Giselle, good Monday morning, everyone. Good morning,
Morning.
Giselle. And of course, Steve, good morning to you, and I hope you have a great week. I like to kind of say it kind of vaguely, sort of menacingly, like, "Mer, you have a great week." Bradley is watching. Chantel is watching. Good morning,
like that
all.
name.
Good morning, Chantel. Good morning, Bradley. Inika. Italian. I really don't speak Italian.
Yeah, you can do it. You're French. You can rip off some Italian.
tutti, buona Pasquetta.
Oh, happy
So
Easter,
good morning,
she says.
everyone. Happy Easter Monday
Yes.
with a wave and a cup of coffee, and wouldn't that be delightful? Bradley says good morning. Good morning, Bradley. Margaret says good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret. Here's a new name, Bev B.
Hi, Bev B.
She says morning, all. To you, Bev, I say morning.
Welcome.
Kimberly is watching. Pauline from Echo Bay. Good morning from Echo Bay. Happy Easter Monday. Good morning, Pauline. I would expect it to be quite beautiful. I wonder if you're anywhere near the water.
Let us know.
Very nice. Oh, there's Moira. Are you anywhere near the water?
I started watching
Yeah.
it again, by the way.
Well, you have to,
Alexis.
right? Another new name, Michelle MPB. Oh, okay. Oh my God, hundreds and hundreds of people could be affected at Pino's. That's a true story.
Yeah.
Could be, but may not be. So let's just kind of,
Yes.
keep a positive thought. They're contacting people, and the dates in question have been identified. They are on our website. So again, if you do shop at Pino's, go to our website, check the dates, and then take the appropriate measures according to the recommendations. So Michelle, lovely to see you. Good morning to you, and try not to panic, okay? Jackie is watching. Jackie!
Hi, Jackie.
Yeah.
Jackie sounds
All
fun, by
right.
the way you're saying that.
Jackie's a good time, for sure. Carrie, ARRI. Good
Hello,
morning. I like to
Carrie.
see your name now. I'm getting used to
I
it.
know.
I'm getting used to. I've grown accustomed to your name. Okay. Kimberly is speaking now. Good morning. Jacob says eggs.
Eggs to you, sir. Scrambled.
That's right.
Sunny
eggs.
side.
Eggs. Annetta. Hello,
Who's
welcome. Annetta is the beautiful mother of Emma's good friend at
Aw.
school.
Oh,
I don't know if I have
nice.
permission to say his name, so I won't.
Oh.
But I love to see your name.
Nice.
I mean, it's Kevin and Annetta, so it could be Kevin, which I will say hello, but I'm going to assume it's Annetta. So it's lovely to see your name. Thank you for watching.
Nice.
Barbara. Thank you for watching. She is a new name as well, but she is not a new name to me. So good
Okay.
morning and thank you for watching. Another new name, Bardley. Bardley M. Good morning.
Oh,
Good morning,
nice.
Bardley.
It's a nice name.
Another one, Michael R. Morning, ladies.
Morning,
Morning,
Michael.
Michael. It's like
Hello,
Michael's Angels. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, angels. Good morning, angels.
Darla, good morning. Thank you for your accurate and well-stated information with a thumbs up and a sunshine.
Darla?
Our
Good
Darla.
morning, Darla.
Yay, Darla. Oh, and another new name, Chris, with a very fantastic spelling.
How?
Khris. I have never seen that spelling.
Nice. What is
And I'm looking at the wrong camera, but now I'm going to look over here and say, I have never seen that spelling.
I'm just fixing
All
my bun. Ignore me.
Bev B.
Bev B.
I think,
We got to Bev
you
B.
ladies are amazing. Thank
well,
you for
thank you.
keeping
So are
us
you,
all
Bev B.
informed. Well, thank you. That's really great feedback to receive on a Monday after a long weekend when, the news is kind of, trying to sort of, lower our vibration. Keep it up. Keep it up. Okay?
That's what we're here for, lady.
Michael R. changed his name to Charlie. Because I said Charlie's Angel.
We want to see that on your Facebook profile, and then we want a picture of some angels. Would be us.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Love
Sweet.
to see so many new names.
Yes.
Please do tell your friends. We are the Sue's only news show. So,
Like, follow, share. I have to say it with that little da-da-da-da, like a cheerleader kind of thing. I don't know
right.
why, but I do. Okay, we got to go back to Craig to give some more information, but we do want to let you know that the Sioux Pee-wee put out an announcement on Friday saying that those my little guys so hurt by this, but no hockey. They are doing refunds, so check out Sioux Pee-wee website. Now over to you, Craig. Update us. Tell us
Thank
what's
you very
going on.
much. And the sun is trying to come up, as you can take a look here. Looking at the government dock right now, this is a live shot, and the sun is trying to get here, but I think there's a blanket of cloud that's going to be covering most of the day. We'll take a look at the board for today, and we can see a mix of sun and cloud. We may see a light shower here and there this morning, nothing too heavy, but temperatures are going to stay quite warm at 13 degrees for today. We'll take a look at elsewhere around the province, and you can see we're all above seasonal values. We should only be seeing 5 degrees as our temperature high, and we're looking at 13, 14 in Wawa, 12 degrees in Timmins. So if we take a look now at the radar and satellite, we can show you this is where the Sioux is right here. We can see a couple of showers trying to work its way through. It's going to be a broken pattern for most of the day today. Basically looking at a mix of sun and cloud, and we should be dry for the most part. We do have a couple of systems coming in. This one in particular coming in for tomorrow, giving us a chance of even some thunderstorms, but temperatures holding pretty nice for the rest of the week. We'll take a look at the systems map for today, and we can see there's that frontal boundary affecting our weather today, so we could be in and out of showers. Again, it's going to be just light stuff. As that boundary goes up and down, that's where we pick up the cloud and the showers, but continuing to be very warm with our temperatures. And then we have a couple of systems coming in for later on this week that we'll keep an eye on. This is your 3-day forecast, starting with our day tomorrow. We could see a mix of showers and maybe even a thunderstorm in the afternoon. Temperatures still holding pretty nice at 13 degrees, 16 degrees for Wednesday under mainly cloudy conditions, but then look at Thursday. A lot of sun in the forecast, and then 18 degrees. And for the rest of the week and into next week, we're looking at above seasonal temperatures, and that is the trend for the whole month of April. So it's looking pretty good for this springtime. That's your weather right now. Let's send it right back to Colette and Heidi.
I think we need to get more music in here.
Welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi. Today is Monday, April 5th. 2 more nods on social media. Kimberly indicates that Rick McColeman says good morning. Well, good morning, Rick McColeman.
Good morning, Rick McColeman.
Thank you for watching. Michael R.
I thought it was Charlie.
Well, yeah, I know.
Michael.
whatever. Anyway, promises. According to the Campbell Amusements website, they are still coming in May. However, he indicates that lockdown could change that, possibly. So we'll have to kind of follow up, I think. Cool. Maybe Dan can contact Campbell.
Dan, he's the man. He can do it all.
See what's going on there.
Okay.
So we do have an update on available vaccinations. Canada will soon add another COVID-19 vaccine to its supply, with Procurement Minister Anita Anand announcing this week that initial shipments of Johnson & Johnson's single-dose jabs, are to arrive by the end of April. So this vaccine was approved in early March, and Canada had pre-ordered 10 million doses, but there were some manufacturing problems from the company that led to shipment delays to Canada and elsewhere. So yeah, this is coming to us from Johnson & Johnson.
Good.
And yeah, so that's good news. A single shot vaccination would speed things up, I would think.
And they have great baby oil, so I'm sure that it's just going to work just fine. Also, there's a planned electrical service interruption today for Garden River we want to let you know about. It's actually in place for Tuesday, April the 6th. This is posted to our website if you need more details. This disruption will occur between the hours of 9:30 and noon on Tuesday, April the 6th. Please avoid the area when you do see the trucks and workers outside. Obviously, there's electrical wiring, and, well, maybe we could go back to Friday's show where Dan so graciously and eloquently put it, do not get out of your car and walk like a penguin, as to avoid slippage from APH, and also to not get yourself electrocuted. Over to you.
Important information from Algoma Mental Health and Addiction Services. They are now transferring to CMHA Algoma. CMHA standing for Community Mental Health Affiliates. So all mental health and addiction services are being transferred into Canadian Mental Health Association Algoma as of April 1st. So that took place last week. And as well, have implemented the name change. So the Community Alcohol Drug Assessment, Community Mental Health programs currently administered through Algoma Public Health will transition over to the renamed Canadian Mental Health Association. So all current clients are being notified of the changes, and staff are working closely with clients to ensure that there is no disruption in their services through this transfer. So if you are a client, or you care for a client, or you know of a client, rest assured that they are being handled carefully through the transition.
Okay, over to North Bay, where it's another sad story from North Bay. This investigation has been going on since January 2020 about a 23-month-old child who was found dead. I'm going to read it right from, this was back last year where they found this toddler in East Ferris. Provincial police say they began investigating in January 2020, as I said, after being called to a home in East Ferris Township and finding a toddler without vital signs. 4 people have since been are facing charges now due to the death of this 23-year-old baby. The child was pronounced dead at the scene, but police have offered no details. Police say they arrested 4 related on the case on March 31st as well as April the 1st. They did not discuss what, if any, relationship exists among the toddler and the 4 accused. But 2 men and 2 women are charged with 1 count of each manslaughter, criminal negligence causing death, and failing to provide the necessities of life. Once we have more details, we will post that to the site.
Okay, and Sault Ste. Marie Police Services recognizes April as Seatbelt Awareness Month. And they also want to remind vehicle owners this time around with regards to, they want to talk to you about the amount of tint that is actually permitted on vehicle windows.
Oh, I hope Jacob, our egg boy, is watching because he loves tint.
So Traffic Sergeant Ray Magnan says wearing a seatbelt properly is proven to be the most effective way to reduce the chance of injury or death while traveling in a motor vehicle. We are committed to maintain and improve road safety for everyone in Sault Ste. Marie and Prince Township. To accomplish that goal, we will continue to promote and enforce seatbelt safety and education. So we do have some really great points to consider and to remember with regards to wearing your seatbelt. Further, improper window tinting, the release goes on to say, does pose a public safety risk. Having dark windows, especially at night, reduces a driver, obviously, reduces a driver's ability to see other motorists, cyclists, and pedestrians. So dark window tinting can also hide Okay. Dark window tinting can also hide activity taking place
kind of
inside vehicles such as improper
What do they mean?
seatbelt use and distracted driving. Can also obstruct the identity of a driver, including cases where a driver passes a stopped school bus while its lights are flashing. I do think that Craig is ready, so for more information on that, go to our website. Now we're going over to Craig.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast, and if you like warm temperatures, we got that. And if you like some April showers, we got that too. We'll go to the 7-day forecast for you. We see a mix of sun and cloud for most of our week with some showers every other day, but staying warm, well above seasonal temperatures. Thursday looks like the best day of the week with plenty of sun and some warm temperatures. So, hey, this week's not looking all that bad. We need the rain.
Coming back to us all. Okay. Thank you for that, Craig.
Okay, well, we're still got the 7-day. Well, look at you looking all rainy and cloudy. There you go. Thanks, Mike. Okay, so Heidi, got a couple more social media
Thanks
shout
a lot,
outs.
Craig. So we do have a few more people on social media. Pauline has offered us that beautiful manicured hand with the rose. Thanks, Pauline.
Thank you, Pauline.
Michael Charlie, as I'm going to call him now. Michael Charlie has a positive outlook. He says, less than 15 deaths in over a year. I have faith we'll make it. So I like that perspective for sure. And then another new name, Linda Gloria G. Love your cheerfulness and positivity, and she is from North Bay, Ontario. You see? Tell everybody, Linda, who couldn't use a little Heidi and Colette.
Right? A little Heidi Colette in the morning. Well, hang on. You know what we didn't do? We didn't buy our tickets this weekend, clearly. So I'm just going to say that because you said you're going to start buying tickets.
Well, I don't know. Everybody keeps winning my money, so it makes me cranky. Not only was it the 649 jackpot of 13 million, not one, but we also have another 15 million pending in the Lotto Max.
Well, I guess that just opens up our weekend. Did you see that Mike just had a close-up on me when I had my glasses on? That was embarrassing. Like,
I don't know. It's getting hard to look up because I never know what camera.
Oh my God! Here we go again.
Here we go.
It's the tennis match.
Tennis match. I'm on it, and now we're going over to camera one. Yes.
We rock. All right. Do you have any more happy news? Because I feel kind of. Make me laugh, lady.
Sault Marie is looking for board members.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Get on that.
So City Council is accepting applications from individuals in the accommodation and hotelier industry that are interested in serving as a board member.
I could do this. Now I can wear my glasses. A hotelier.
So we have a listing of what the duties associated with being a board member do include. So check that out on our website.
You said duty. Happy Monday, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with Heidi and Colette. Enjoy your Monday.